closet tour. All right then.
I love you.
I love you too. Get the hell out of here. Love you.
Love you.
Bye. It's Monday. Do that again. It's Monday. It's Monday. So let's get dressed. Trousers. Socks. T-shirt. Shirt. So the key to getting that perfect shacket tuck is to actually button the shirt up all the way. Well, like not all the way, but like button it up. Then tuck it in. And then once you're tucked, then you unbutton as far as the last button that's in the waistband. So this last button before the waistband, you leave that one closed, and everything else you can open, and then you'll get that nice little kind of flow, because this is going to hold it together. Change lens from 24 to 40 for a timepiece selection. So for a timepiece, you guys can. So for a timepiece, we'll let the comment section decide. What is going on with this focus, my guy? For a timepiece, we'll let the comment section decide. White on the NATO, black on the steel. Change lens from 40 to 90mm macro. Use the macro for the signet ring shot. Leather signet ring from Soul Engraver. For our scent, you got Martha by Minimal Paris. And now still on the 40mm on the shoes. our shoes, we got these loafers. For our shoes, got a brown loafer. Microphone off and onto the shoehorn. I generally get like a red kind of welt on my hand after I do that. Short coat. Picture of this outfit. I was contemplating the cowboy hat. And we swapped the lens for a close-up of the cowboy hat. So it's like a transition. So the wide shot is putting the hat on, and then a close-up, we just mimic the same movement, and then when we cut the two together, it's like a nice seamless transition. Although it's a jump cut, it is somewhat of a seamless transition. And while we have that lens on, we will do the same close-up shot for the Stetson, and then we'll do the wide shot of the Stetson, and then we'll just arrange them correctly in post. Still American, but I do think the Stetson is slightly better. But I do think the Stetson is a better choice and still American. And that's Monday. And that's the video done. So you see a lot of the back and forth lens changes, camera angle changes, positioning the mic around. It's a lot. It's a lot. So the American nature I mentioned about this outfit is pretty much everything apart from the ring, which is obviously made in Ireland, the watch, which is made in China. Everything else I'm wearing is actually made in America. After I edit this and upload it, I will do a brief little closet tour, because I know that's something that a lot of people on Instagram and TikTok want to see. Now, one of the things that bugs me about the DJI mics is all the audio, and I don't know how to change it. I've tried this a million times, so maybe someone in the comments will know. All the audio is panned to the left. So I have to go into the effects panel in Adobe and then use the fill with right, fill right with left. So then you'll get a stereo. And then some of the clips, like this one here, where I zip the trousers and then use the side tabs. What I do there is I right click and then go down to audio channels and then make sure that both left and right are clicked. Then what I do is, when I'm on the left side tab, which is the right side of the screen for the viewer, so even though it's the left for me, it's the right side of the screen for the viewer, I make a cut, and then once the sound is done, I cut it again,
then I hit V to go back to the selection tool, away from the cut tool. Then I go up to effect controls. Then I scroll down to channel and volume, and then it'll say bypass left and right. So because it was the left side tab with the right side of the screen, I'll take the audio from the left channel and bring it down, not off, because you don't want it to be like super harsh left or right. So just bring it down ever so slightly, so when someone's listening with headphones, it'll come heavier from this side, but not only from this side. So you still want a little bit of surround, but you want it mostly out of that side. So now that that's done, we can scroll on a little more. So now the edit is all done and it's on my phone. We run it through CapCut. The reason for this is to add closed captions. Yes, Instagram and TikTok have their own closed captions, but I always prefer to put my own on, just in case somebody, a viewer, has their captions or that feature turned off, and Instagram or TikTok's closed captions might not translate what I'm saying correctly. When if I do it myself, I can go in and I can change any spelling errors or anything like that that the auto-generated captions might make, because it struggles to pick up my accent sometimes. The reason for this is both apps, Instagram and TikTok, both use text on screen for SEO based search. So if you say something in the video and it's literally written on screen, the video is more searchable in that way, because the apps use the text on screen for kind of like an SEO based for search, and it's much better for reach. But also, I speak in quite a low, somewhat monotone register. So if someone is deaf, first of all, they can't hear the video at all. But if they're even hard of hearing, they might struggle to really hear my voice because it's kind of low and monotone. So the captions are also from an accessibility standpoint, because I want the videos to be able to be viewed and enjoyed by everybody and not just those who can hear. Obviously sound plays a huge part in the videos, but that's not for everybody. A lot of users just watch the videos with no sound at all, and some users actually just don't have a choice because they might be deaf or they might be hard of hearing. So I always run it through CapCut to put captions on screen. I always put the captions in a yellow font so they're much easier to read. If I'm wearing a white shirt, for example, and the text is white, you're going to struggle to read it. So now just add the captions, get a thumbnail, and upload. And then that's Instagram and TikTok basically done for the day. I'll pop in and out of the comment section throughout the day, just responding to a few comments here and there. But for the most part, that's pretty much it. It's done. You want a treat? Come on. Here you go. Want this? Yeah, you do. Come on. No. Good girl. Probably should have measured that first. So with a little bit of zhuzhing by moving the bracket over as far as they would possibly go, managed to get it to fit. If you want the window to open now, we have to take this away. But Not the end of the world, but it does fit. So right now I'm packing to go back to Ireland and also packing for Pitt, which happens the second week of January. But I thought a lot of people ask for like a closet tour, and it's honestly just not that exciting. But I thought I would show you how I pack for something like Pitt, where it's a lot of dress shoes, which are heavy, and it's a lot of suits. So packing a lot of suits into a suitcase when traveling across the world, most people think they're going to get crushed, ruined, wrinkled, everything else like that. But there is a couple of little tricks, so I'll show you right now. So dress shirts we want buttoned all the way up. You lay it on its front, and then about an inch from the collar, place your finger, sleeve goes over, get that fold followed all the way down, and then the sleeve can go back on itself and then down. Same on the other side, about an inch, follow the fold all the way down, sleeve in on itself and then down, and then from the bottom fold once and fold twice, and then you'll get a perfectly folded dress shirt. Now a suit is a little different. So the trousers are the easy part. The same way they are hung on the hanger is how you're going to put them into the case. So grab the hems and line the hems up. Go halfway down the trouser, pinch, and let it fall. And then you can fold it in half once more to make it smaller. If the trousers have pleats, I would be really careful on where the waistband closes. So those pleats then, as other things are packed on top of them, the pleats are getting pressed into the pleat and not out of the pleat. Just now, as for the jacket, what you want to do is turn the collar up. So collar up, lapels up. Take one of the shoulders and turn it inside out. So now you have one shoulder this way, one shoulder this way. Then with the collars up, take the shoulder and place it inside the other shoulder. So now the jacket is essentially completely inside out. Line up the lapels and the collar, shoulder in the shoulder. So now it essentially lies completely flat on itself. Hand halfway down, fold, and that's how you pack a suit. I tend to bring shoes in the carry-on. Reason being, shoes are heavy anyway, but when you add shoe trees, they're even heavier. So as long as you can carry the carry-on and lift it above your head to get it into an overhead bin, you're pretty much good to go. So things like electronics and shoes, I tend to put in the carry-on. So then I'm not taking up space, but also paying for extra weight with the check bag. To also make it easier on myself, I generally compile a list of each day, particularly for Pitti Uomo. So on Monday we have the He Spoke Style party, which is a tuxedo. Tuesday is when Pitti starts, so we're in the Fortezza, and then we have the Plaza Uomo party that evening. So it's two different outfits, one for the Fortezza and one for the Plaza Uomo party. Then on Wednesday we have Pitti at the Fortezza again, but then in the evening we have the WM Brown party, and then also we have dinner with Fox Brothers So that's black tie. So different outfit for that. But obviously you can be strategic. If you wanted, you could bring 2 different tuxedos, one for Monday and one for Wednesday. But I'm not going to do that. I'll just wear the same tuxedo because it's a tuxedo. Thursday, we have the Forteza again. And then Thursday evening, there'll be an event on. And then Friday, we have the Forteza. And then Saturday, we fly home. So planning out the outfits, what you're going to wear on essentially the entire outfit, what you're going to wear to the Forteza and what you're going to wear for the event after the fact, it helps packing massively. Preparation, key. I think everybody expects me to have this Bruce Wayne style walk-in wardrobe, which one day, but that day is not today. So this is just essentially a big closet. It's split in half. Corinne's clothes are on that side, and my clothes are on this side. So it's really, really basic, honestly. Obviously, as you just saw, I'm packing to go back to Ireland and for Pitt. So some of the suits have come out to go into the bag, but the premise remains the very same. We have all the suits hung. If the suit is a full suit and not just a jacket, it'll obviously have the trousers and waistcoat hung with it. For example, this pinstripe 3-piece was jacket, waistcoat, trousers, all on the one hanger. The hangers themselves are all thick armed. These have a little grip on them for the trousers. I get these on Amazon. They come in like a box of 24 or something like that. They're really nice, kind of brown mahogany wood, good, strong kind of hook. I'm not sure what the actual technical terms of a hanger are, but they're really good hangers and they're not super expensive. They're great for hanging suits. So all the suits and sports coats are hung here. Then we went to shirts. The shirts generally go white, blue, and then patterns. And they'll go from formal to casual. The patterns are obviously more casual, but they'll go white dress shorts, blue dress shorts, casuals. And then the very end here, we have just some trousers, spare trousers. These are all from the New England Shirt Company, which I'm collaborating with next year. So they sent me these to get an idea of what the product is like. But they would not normally be hung. They should be folded up top there. So up top here, we have folded knitwear, and then we have folded trousers, as in trousers that don't have a matching jacket. They're just trousers on their own, i.e. flannels, corduroy, chinos, jeans, anything like that. So trousers on the right, knitwear on the left. So to recap, suits and sports coats, white dress shorts, blue dress shorts, patterned shirts, some trousers hung at the very end, knitwear. Knitwear should always be folded and never hung. Hanging knitwear will affect its overall shape. It'll start to sag, so you always want to fold knitwear and not hang it. So knitwear up there, and then it's just odd trousers, as in corduroy, chinos, khakis, jeans, everything's like that. Then you will have to excuse that mess, because those are items of my wardrobe which Corinne has pulled to pack for herself to wear for Ireland. But in the top drawer is t-shirts and polos. Just casual t-shirts, polos. And then in the second drawer we have mostly accessories like ties, pocket squares, belts, suspenders. And then I have additional knitwear and gym clothing in that. Then you just need to fix my ball patch.
I didn't even notice it.
I do, thank you. So then in the office we have this big wardrobe here, and again it's split kind of in half. Corinne's on that side and me on this side, but I don't take up much of this wardrobe. It's kind of about from here to here.
No,
And
this is mostly me in here.
it's mostly Corinne in here. So we have my ski bag is on the bottom, and then I just have a couple of my overcoats. So my North Face puffer jacket, my Barber jacket, Billy Reid overcoat, Barracuda overcoat, my camel overcoat, and then just a puffer vest. So that's just where I keep my coats. Then on the shelf in the office is where I keep all my fragrances. So just for aesthetic purposes, it goes black, clear, and then the same on this side. I'm obviously missing a few bottles because I've packed them to travel, but all my Memo Paris fragrances live here, and then there's a couple of spare bottles like Creed Tabahon hiding behind there, and then Aventus also by Creed hiding behind there. So that's where I keep fragrances. Back in the bedroom, just beyond the sleeping cat, down here we have my jewellery box. So you'll notice I'm missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the pieces because they are packed for travelling. And then down here I have one of my sunglasses are packed for travelling, a couple of my cufflinks and my signet ring, which I obviously have on. And then yeah, some Damaso jewellery here, more Damaso jewellery here. But that's just where I keep all that stocked up. And in the bedside locker we have underwear, but you don't need to see that. Shoes we store in here and here. More formal shoes in that one. More casual shoes in that one. Extra shoehorn. And now we're all the way back where we started, and that's kind of the real basics of how I store everything. It's just half of a wardrobe, a sliver of another wardrobe just for coats, and 2 drawers for t-shirts and other accessories and stuff like that, and then just 2 boxes for shoes. That's it. Pretty normal, pretty basic. Don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry it wasn't as exciting as you thought it would be. But it does go to show you that you can get a lot of outfits out of not of a lot of clothes. I'll see you in the next one.